It's hard to imagine that a busy street could one day stand empty, but this video will show it's all too possible. From neglected streets of the UK to the ghost towns of the Wild West and the wastelands of Chernobyl, these places will leave you speechless. The first on our list is the ghost town of Elkmont, Tennessee, USA. In the heart of the Great Smoky Mountains National Park, you will find Elkmont, a ghost town with a history that stretches back further than the creation of the park itself. Captured here by Leland Kent for Abundant Southeast, this former logging community was founded in 1908 but quickly became known as a luxury vacation resort for Knoxville's elite. After a direct train line was built from Knoxville to Elkmont in 1909, Knoxville's upper classes began buying up plots of land and building picturesque log cabins. Glamorous events were held in the town's two private members club, and it even boasted its own millionaires' row. However, when the Smoky Mountains National Park was created in the 1930s, most cottage owners sold up and moved on. Once the remaining leases expired in 1992, the national park planned to demolish the buildings. This sparked 15 years of debate, until eventually plans were announced to restore 19 of the historic structures. Today, the site is a popular tourist destination, home to the largest campgrounds in the national park. The crumbling streets of Hashima Island, South Japan. Far from just one deserted street, this whole abandoned island spans 16 acres. Nicknamed Gunkanjima, meaning Battleship Island by the Japanese, the island was established in 1887 and was once famed for its undersea coal mines. At its peak, it housed over 5,200 residents, but now its concrete buildings have descended into ruins. The mine was closed in 1974 when coal reserves ran out, prompting the island's residents to depart soon after. The island lay undisturbed for the next 30 years. At the mercy of nature and the sea, it quickly grew derelict. Hashima's untouched historic ruins slowly started gathering interest from the public in the 2000s until finally, in 2009, the island was opened to the tourists. Thanks to its popularity as a tourist attraction, it's now protected as a site of industrial heritage and serves as an important symbol of Japan's rapid industrialization. The prairie town of Rowley, Alberta, Canada. Back in the 1920s, the population of this traditional prairie town in Alberta, Canada was 500. When the Great Depression struck, residents left the small farming community in search of work, bringing the population down to just 8 by the 1970s. Rows of empty buildings and abandoned railway cars were left behind, leaving it a veritable ghost town. Instead of letting the abandoned town rot and decay, the few remaining residents decided to restore the old buildings, making it a historical attraction for tourists. And it worked. Tourists soon started pouring in from all over Alberta, and Rowley even featured in a couple of Canadian films. These days, the 10 residents of Rowley offer free guided tours throughout the summer and hold pizza parties once a month. Although the last train rolled through the town in 1999, tourists continue to visit this historic ghost town to explore the mix of restored and broken down but lovely buildings. The sand-filled streets of Kolmanskop, the Namibia. In the huge Namib desert sits the ghost town of Kolmanskop. This former diamond mining community was once one of the richest towns in Africa. But by the 1930s, the diamond field was starting to deplete. Around the same time, the richest diamond fields ever known were found to the south, causing the town's inhabitants to live in droves. By 1956, the town was completely abandoned. With nobody left to fight against nature, sand dunes soon burst through the doors and filled rooms with waves of sand. In their hurry to leave, many of the town's residents had abandoned their possessions in their homes, many of which can still be seen today. These days, Kolmanskop is a much-loved tourist destination. Despite still needing special permission to enter the area's long-standing forbidden zone, over 35,000 visitors a year are obviously seen. Here, they are able to enjoy wading through the knee-deep sand inside the abandoned buildings and gazing upon the remnants of the town's former glory. The jagged streets of Carco, Matera, Italy. Carco stands proud right in the arch of Italy's southerly boot-shaped peninsula. Built on a steep hill for a defensive reason, it's a striking sight that juts out from the undulating fields surrounding it. At the height of its success, it housed a university and had a population of over 2,500. Yet it now stands empty. Thought to date back to around the 8th century BC, Kharkov's history hasn't been an easy one. In 1963, the town was evacuated because of a landslide. Many residents decided not to return. Then, in the following 17 years, the town experienced first a flood and then an earthquake, worsening the situation and leaving the site completely abandoned. Although the town still stands empty, it recently featured in films including Mel Gibson's The Passion of Christ and the James Bond film Quantum of Solace and the new Bond film No Time to Die. The airy village of Kayakoi, Turkey. This deserted Greek Orthodox Christian village sits in the western part of Turkey, just across the water from Greece. During the First World War, Greeks and other Christian minorities were massacred within the Ottoman Empire here. Kayakoi's inhabitants were removed from their houses and either became refugees in Greece or died in forced labor camps. Not long after, the Greeks were defeated by Turkey in the Greco-Turkish War of 1999 to 1922. As part of the peace treaty, all Greek Orthodox refugees were barred from returning to Turkey, including the citizens of Kayakoi. The ghostly village was deserted for good, left to become overrun by weeds. These days, Kayakoi has become a popular site for tourists and is lined with street vendors. A selection of houses have been restored and are now occupied, but for the most part, Kayakoi still remains a ghost town, destined to fascinate all those who wander through its rugged streets. The wastelands of Pripyat, Ukraine. Pripyat was found in 1970 to provide workers for the Chernobyl nuclear power plant nearby. Elevated to city status in 1979, at its height, Pripyat was a bustling city of 49,000 people. It was home to 25 shops and department stores, 10 gyms and 5 high schools. But now, this toxic town stands empty of inhabitants and is fenced off. When the Chernobyl power plant exploded in 1986, the government of Ukraine evacuated the city. To speed the process along, they told citizens that they would only be evacuated for a few days, encouraging them to leave most of their personal possessions behind. Most of these are still there today. In what might seem a surprising turn, Pripyat has since become a much visited tourist attraction, with visits carefully timed to minimize the effects of radiation. The sorry state of its abandoned amusement park is a familiar sight around the world. Today, Pripyat is a symbol of the dangers of harnessing nuclear power. The haunted village of Belchite, Spain. This once thriving community in the province of Zaragoza, Spain, was home to around 4,000 citizens. Then, in 1937, during the Spanish Civil War, thousands of men, women and children were killed here in just 2 weeks. The fighting was so brutal that after the war was over, Franco decided to leave the village in ruins as a reminder of the Spanish general's victory, building a new village next door. Belchite is thought to be one of the most haunted places in the world, and it's easy to see why. Its streets lie crumbling, its buildings are empty, shells and bullet holes mark every surface, with local farmers claiming to hear babies crying at night and children searching for their mothers. But it wasn't always this way. Today, the village is particularly popular with ghost hunters, and visitors can walk freely among Belchite's ruins and explore the reportedly haunted houses. But with desolation apparent at every street corner, Belchite remains a poignant reminder of the devastating effects of war. The forgotten town of Silverton, New South Wales, Australia. Silverton was exactly as the name suggests, a town where people mined silver. It was formed in 1880, just a few years after 2 men struck silver while out drilling. The lure of riches brought hundreds of miners to the area, and in a few years, the town's population grew to 2,000 inhabitants. Sadly, Silverton's good fortune wasn't to last. High-quality silver ore ran out quickly, and by the 20th century, most of the miners had moved on to seek their fortune elsewhere. Silverton now has a population of around 50 people. Curiously, the landscape and lighting here are ideal for creating works of art, so the town has become a destination of many artists and art lovers, with some residing in the town and neighboring areas. The tragic village of Oradour-sur-Glane, France. This small settlement in the Haute-Vienne area of mid-France was once a normal village until it became notorious as the site of an awful massacre during the Second World War. On June 10, 1944, a branch of the Waffen-SS killed 642 people there. including women and children, in supposed retaliation for the capture of a Nazi officer. The rusted wreckage of the mayor's car stands in the empty streets, unmoved since that awful day. In the Memorial Museum, there are numerous objects recovered from the burned out buildings, such as stopped watches, melted glasses, and strollers still remain in the church ruins. Weathered personal belongings still litter in the site of the martyred village, which was razed to the ground following the appalling mass killings. The rebuilt village of Oradour-sur-Glane is situated just northwest of the ruins. After the war had ended, French President General Charles de Gaulle made sure that the village would never be changed so it could serve as a memorial to those who had lost their lives.